was the injury that kept you from potentially starting last week?
It was my quad, left quad. I felt it in pre-season. Um, yeah, it was just annoying that I felt it again on the Tuesday before the game. So had a little scan on it. Tried to push as much as I could, but just wasn't right. But yeah, so it was my left quad.
So now you're good.
Yep.
All right. Um, y'all are facing Ajaman, among others, on Saturday. Very, very large dude. How do you defend someone that size?
Um, the thing with him is he's not just a normal big guy. Usually when you play against the big guys, they're not as mobile, where he is. He can run the channels. So you have to do a bit of everything. You have to make sure you cover the channel side so you're following him. So you don't want to give him space to run in behind. He also has the link-up play. So it's just trying to limit the balls into him. So talking to the guys in front of you so they don't get a simple pass to his feet and stuff like that, which is going to be massive. But like you said, they have other very dangerous players. As you know, Zaha. I'm not sure if he's playing or not, but I think he's going to be one of the best players in the league this year. So it's going to be a good test.
With the exception of like the last month of the season, including the playoffs, getting positive results on the road was a bit of a challenge last year for this team. How much of a confidence boost would it be if y'all were able to get 1 to 3 points on Saturday?
Yeah, it'd be good. It'd be a massive boost. As we've seen last year, we went in, we got 3 points there. We kept a clean sheet, so it's still early doors. We gave a few too many chances against Montreal, but we're looking to go there and keep a clean sheet and definitely get the 3 points. Especially with our attacking players, they're so dangerous, as you've seen. But we just need to iron out some small things, small details, and I think once we can do that, we'll look a lot better.
Derrick, when you're watching the team from the bench in the first half, just can you explain kind of what you're seeing, probably making you pretty excited?
Yeah, it was. It was funny because I was sitting beside Jay and I was just jumping up and down constantly, just because it is exciting. Like, I know last year people criticised us a bit of being like slow play, where the first half, it was literally on your feet, exciting football, which I think that's what the manager wants to play. So yeah, especially with the players we have, you can see they just come to light and they got a good connection already. But second half, I think we just came out a bit slow, and Montreal are a decent team. They keep the ball well and they make you run a lot, so it does tire you out. So props to them as well.
Are there going to be different challenges for players like you in your position at the central defender spots in a system that's going to be pressing up higher, seems like more often, or just generally in this system?
It's more shouting at guys to make sure they defend, definitely. Just because they're so good at going forward, and sometimes they can focus all their energy on that. So it's just reminding them we need their help. And if you look at all the most successful teams in the world, they don't defend with just 6 or 7. It's the whole team. So yeah, like you said, we're going to have to press higher, and it's just like I said, talking, making sure that we're in the right positions early, so then we don't have to react and be proactive, which I think is massive. And look, that's what we're practicing on every day in training. The manager's constantly telling us to talk, and yeah, we're working on it.
Is that part of your task Saturday? He was talking about keeping Schleich and Cleach together in the middle of the field instead of them going out wide. Is that part of what you're going to be expected to do on Saturday, screaming at them, get back?
Yeah, 100%. They're both already fed up with my voice, but if whoever plays, yeah. But like I said, it's not just the 6s and the centre backs. It's the wingers are so important. Just because if you open up space on the side, someone has to go to them, and then it leaves space somewhere else. So it's a whole team effort, and a massive positive is the manager. He's not afraid to tell anyone anything. So I've worked with managers before where they might be a bit hesitant to shout at someone like a DP or someone, and not with this manager. So it's just refreshing to see, because it kind of backs up what everyone else is thinking, and just we're all one unit, we're all one team. Like they're going to get credit for scoring the goals, but I also want them to get credit for keeping clean sheets, because without them we won't be able to do that.
There were matches last season where you would lead the team in touches because the ball was coming backward a lot. Ronnie does not want that this year. Are you okay with not touching the ball as much this year? Do you care if you don't have it?
I do like to have the ball at my feet, but if we're winning games, 100%. Even if we're not winning games, I'm still going to adapt to his style of play. I've done it many times. Different managers want different expectations. But yeah, 100%. If I touch the ball twice and we win, I'm happy.
Yeah.
I just want to win. That's it. So, and like I said about the earlier comment about the football we're playing, it's exciting football. So I'm more just focusing on when they're doing their thing. I'm just trying to get people that aren't involved to get tight to their men, so we're ready for the second balls. And this league is so transitional, so it's a massive part.
Where do you find, as a center back in the system, with the attackers are going to press, they're going to counter press, and they're going to be very aggressive, where do you find the balance or maybe the comfort level in being so high up the field? How do you set that?
It depends on the moments of the games. A positive is you got Stian, who's probably one of the fastest defenders in the league. So it's always nice to know you have that beside you as a little weapon. But no, there's times where the attackers might be attacking so much they're tired. So sometimes you have to sit in a mid block or a low block and just let them get their breath back. But we do want to be that high pressing team like we were in the first half, and it's just being confident in your defending abilities. I'm more than confident of being 1v1. It's just about not being too tight too early. If you're too tight too early, they spin you. Give yourself enough reading time, and yeah, that's what the manager expects from us. So that's what we're trying to do.
I want to ask you about Matt as well. Seeing him get his first start and kind of what has been the vibe around a homegrown contributing in the way that he did.
I'm really pleased for him because I said it to him last year. As soon as Brooks got injured, I said, look, why can't you go take that right back position, especially while Brooks is injured? Because there was still a couple ahead of him, Ronnie and stuff like that, but the way he applied himself in pre-season, he's really improved, and he's taken on board what the manager wants, and he just needs to keep going. He needs to be consistent with it. I think that's the main thing with the young players. He's going to have a tough game this weekend. He's coming up against a Premier League caliber player, so it's going to be a learning curve for him. So situations like that, you just need to keep talking to him, not getting too tight, not diving in too early. But he has a lot of potential. You can see his build. He's fast. He's decent on the ball. So a lot of potential. He just needs to keep working hard and just keep progressing.
How much does it change your mindset in those situations when you know you need to help that player along?
Not so much, because I'm constantly trying to talk to players anyway in certain situations. I think everyone does that on the pitch. But there is times like in pre-season when we've had Dom left back, I'm trying to talk to him a bit more just to say, look, sometimes just come here. But it's just trying to pass on experiences kind of, and not get into the wrong situations on the pitch is a massive thing, especially at the full-back position. But Matt has been quality, just taking everything on board. He watches tape, so yeah, it's been good.
Thanks, Derrick.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Look.